Hi, I'm Stu Silverman, Executive Director for the Pritchard Committee, and I'm here at Dixie Magnet School here in Lexington, Kentucky, in Fayette County. I've got some great kids here. This is our pilot show for Pritchard kids, and they're going to be here to share with us about the education that they're getting here at Dixie. And we'll start off and ask you your name, how old you are, what grade you're in, your teacher's name.
I'm Swayze Sexton. I'm 10 years old. I'm in 4th grade, and my teacher's Miss Paul.
Okay, very good.
Hi, my name is Aryaman, and I am 8 years old. I'm in 3rd grade, and I'm in Miss Pavona's class.
Very good.
Hi, my name is Lindy Fisher, and I'm 9 years old, and I'm in 4th grade, and my teacher is Miss Faulkner.
Very good.
Hi, I'm Jenna Shalish. I'm in 5th grade. I am 11 years old, and my teacher is Miss Coyle.
Okay, great to be with you all here at Dixie. Dixie is a National Blue Ribbon School, and we are so proud of you all. Let's start off with a question, and the question is, if you were a teacher here at Dixie, what would you teach and how would you run your classroom?
If I was a teacher, I'd probably teach science, and I'd do lots of experiments and
Do you like kind of hands-on work?
yeah,
Yeah.
like hands-on work and
I
like
do too.
studying and actually observing it.
Oh, that's cool. That's really good. I mean, that's a good way to learn. I used to teach chemistry and physics. So,
Wow.
yeah, so I liked experiments right there. So if you were a teacher, Ariman, what would you teach?
I would teach science as well.
You would? And how would you run your classroom?
I would run my classroom by turning it kind of into a lab, so I can use so many different liquids and everything, so everything doesn't go boom.
So
I'm gonna be kind of careful.
You'd be very careful, but it would be
Yeah, and the
lab
hood
work?
and everything like my dad does. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's great. And Lindy?
I'd want to be a media specialist like my mom, and I would run it by just having helpers, and I'd have books everywhere, and I'd make sure that everyone gets a book so they can learn out of it and read.
Oh, how fun. Reading's a lot of fun, isn't it? Yeah, and you would make sure everybody got books. Good. And now, so if you were the teacher, what would you teach and how would you run your classroom?
I would teach math because I love math. You can use your brain a lot. Kids will need help with it, and that'll be my job so I can help them.
Good for you. So you want to really help students. That's how you'd run your classroom, by helping? Good for you. What if you were the principal? How would you run the school? Would you make any changes?
I keep most of it because our principal runs things very well around here. It's hard to control the school.
She does it though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Miss Isaacs?
Oh, and she's a good principal, huh?
Yep.
All right, I like to hear that. So if you were the principal, what would you do differently?
I wouldn't mostly change anything, but just what I would also do is just to make the principal's office a little bigger.
You think she needs a larger office, huh?
I would do,
Yeah, she needs
because I'm gonna have a million stuff going on in there.
Okay, I got you.
And that's gonna be crazy, man, if that would happen.
I wouldn't do anything because I think the school is perfect.
You love your school, huh? You wouldn't make any changes at all. Okay. Jenna, one change if you were the principal.
I think I would make recess a little bit longer because kids have so many hours to be at their desk working that they would need more time to have
Oh.
a break.
Good. Well, what do you think Miss Isaac does all day long?
Works.
Does she take a nap?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So she works the whole day. What are some of the kinds of things she does?
She makes sure that the school's in order, there's no problems, everything is organized, and everyone's happy and having a good time.
Okay, that's good. What do you think Miss Isaac does?
I think she works and she runs everything, and she takes care of a lot of kids. So
She does. She works so hard. You think she takes a little nap?
No.
No naps? You don't think so? Ariana, man, what do you think? Excuse me.
Well,
What do you think she does all day?
I think she's like always planning for new stuff and always knowing when to put a fire drill, severe weather drill, tornado drill, and everything. As well, she won't take a nap. She'll be working, reading, working, using the intercom all day.
Okay, so she's a drill specialist.
No, she also knows about drills of when to put them. She came on today morning at 8 o'clock to put on a fire drill. So that's what she did today. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I understand. So, did I already ask you that question about if you were the principal? Well, I mean, what Miss Isaac does all day?
No, you don't.
I'm asking you now.
Okay. Well, she works a lot. She tries to get everything organized, and she just tries to get everything scheduled.
So she's an organizer, huh?
She needs a nap every now and then.
She does need a
She
nap.
needs a break.
She needs a break. She make enough money, you think?
Yeah.
You think
A
so?
lot.
She makes a lot of money,
Yeah.
you think? You
Yes.
think she does? So, I'll tell you what, did you go to a school before you came to Dixie, like a preschool? You did, Lindy, where'd you go?
I went to Model in Richmond, Kentucky.
What'd you learn there?
I learned a lot about sharing when I was in kindergarten and making friends and stuff, but I think Dixie is a lot better.
Oh, you do? Well, I'm glad to hear that. And do you think that the early years are important on your learning?
Well, yeah, because once you learn something, you have to build on top of it. And it's just like a tower. If you don't have the first block, then you don't know anything. You'll just fall down.
Wow, I'll tell you what, that is so important. So you're saying that like the early grades build a foundation for that tower. I agree with you 100%. Did you go to a preschool or a daycare?
No, and thank God no, because I like this school a whole lot better than any others that I would have gone to.
Really? But before you were old enough to come here, what did you do?
Well, I came to kindergarten here.
What about before kindergarten? Did you go to school at all?
No.
You stayed home? Somebody taught you a lot of stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, they taught me how to share and they taught me my colors and shapes.
Who did?
My mom.
Oh, she did
Also,
a
my
good,
mom taught me
she did a good job. She did a really good job. Okay, another, oh, did you want to add something to that? Be sure and raise your hand.
But as well, my mom taught me addition, subtraction.
Who taught you about science?
Science? Since I saw my dad like do a lot of stuff about it, I learned from all those little bits that my dad taught me.
So your dad taught you a lot of science, huh? That's good.
Yeah, and I'm real interested.
Oh, you are, huh? So you want to be a scientist when you grow up?
Yes.
Oh, that would be great. Now, you are a fifth grader or fourth
I'm a
grader?
fourth grader.
Fourth grader. What would people who are watching this show be surprised about fourth graders these days?
Well, we're really active. Like, most of us like want to get outside and play a lot. And some of us like to lay low and play by ourselves, but most of us just like to play with our friends.
Yeah, there's kind of this perception about fourth graders that you don't get any exercise, you don't go out and play, all you do is sit inside and watch TV and play video games. Is that wrong?
Well, some kids do that, and to be honest, I am one of those kids.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with video games.
But do you get out and get some exercise?
Yeah, I get out. Yeah, I get out a lot.
Yeah, because you look like you're in pretty good shape, so you're getting out there. What would people, you're in third grade?
Yes.
What would people be most surprised about third graders these days?
I would say they would be surprised about that. Third graders like have such a good time. They get to learn a lot of stuff, and they just have a lot of time to be happy. And I want to tell you something that is very special about me, myself.
You go right ahead.
Well, something is that my mom is teaching me math still. I have a fifth grade workbook about math.
And you're in third grade?
Yeah,
So
I
you're-
already am mastering that real fast.
Oh, that's wonderful. What about science?
Well, science, I love learning from the bits that my dad gives me, and I have this periodic table app on my computer.
Oh, I bet
So-
that's fun.
Yeah, so I just tap on one of the little blocks, and then it gives me all about that.
Can you give me an example of one of the elements?
Sure. One of the elements is a gas called helium.
Yes.
Helium lies far up on Saturn. It can be in pumps that my dad uses, but they all lie locked up.
Okay, did they put helium in balloons?
Yeah.
What happens?
Hello? Since the helium is a very light material, it would push the balloon up.
Do you know what the atomic weight is?
Don't really
Atomic
remember. Really, I'm not that much high in science, but do know some of the elements. Well, I also use something called Khan Academy.
Oh, is that the online videos?
Something like online, but it's an app. So it has to connect with online to work with the videos because it's somehow connected with YouTube to watch the videos.
So if you wanted to learn something special, you could go to Khan Academy app and you can have a class on it.
I mean, not class. It's not like an activity or anything. It's just like it's a video about that specific topic. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I press the science button on there on the
Okay.
home page. And then once I press the science button, I go to cosmology and astronomy.
Okay.
Tap that button. And then it gives me a series of videos about that. Tapping one of the videos will open the video and then I just watch. the
Okay.
video.
Okay. And you're in the third grade,
Yes.
and so do you recommend that to other third graders? The Khan
Yes.
Academy. Okay. Very, very good.
And it's a free app for computer.
It's free.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Lindy, tell me what people would, you're in fourth grade. What would people out there be most surprised about fourth graders?
Well, in fourth grade, there's a lot. It's like the stage where people like some people change and be mean sometimes. But there's a lot of work, and it gets really deep in science too. And I got deep in science also. My uncle is a scientist also, and he helps me a lot, like with a lot of stuff, especially with science. Like, we had a science fair not too long ago, and he helped me with that.
Good for you. Now, if you were a media specialist, would you have a lot of books about science?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you in 1 minute. Jenna, something about, you're like the leader of the school now, right? You're in the fifth grade?
Yeah.
And what would people out there be most surprised about fifth graders these days?
All the history that we learn about in fifth grade, we go way back into like the colonists, and it's just a bunch of fun whenever we did history fair. And my friends did amazing work.
Oh,
Like-
good. Why is history important?
Because if we learn from our mistakes, then it won't happen again.
Good for you. There's a lot to be learned in our history, isn't there? Good for you. Good for you. Do we have other questions, Miss Tony? There we go. Do you have a favorite teacher? Raise your hand. Do you have a favorite teacher, Lindy?
One of my favorite teachers is the one I'm currently having right now. Her name is Miss Faulkner, and she helps me a lot of math and lots of other subjects.
Well, what makes her stand out as your favorite?
Well, she's just really nice, and she knows what's fair. Like, if you get into a problem, she helps everyone.
So let me make sure I'm hearing that she's fair, she's nice. What else? Helps?
She also takes care of everyone in the complex. Like, if someone is having a private problem, she also helps with that too.
Oh, I see. Okay. Do you have a favorite teacher?
My favorite teacher was my second grade teacher. He isn't here with us now. He moved to the Hollers, and he is Mr. Gray. He was my most favorite teacher I could ever have, and I'm thankful
What
for
made
that.
him so special?
Because he could understand me, and he was super funny, And every lesson he taught, he would make it funny.
So you're saying that to be a favorite teacher, you have to be able to understand your students.
You have to have a good personality.
You have to have a good personality and a good sense of humor. Huh? Okay. What did I not ask about that? Do you have a favorite teacher?
Yeah.
Who is it?
My current teacher, Miss Pavona, and as well as the one card back I was telling you about. One thing, when the science fair would come up next year, I would tell my dad, since he knows a lot, to help me.
Okay.
And my favorite teacher, Miss Pavona, it makes this special because she helps me with a lot of stuff when I need help.
Okay, so you're saying that the quality to make a teacher a favorite teacher is they have to be able to help you when you need help.
Exactly, and they need to be funny and happy. Like Miss Pavona is mostly happy every day.
So they also have to be in a good mood and be happy and be funny.
Yeah.
You were telling me before the show that you are happy every day?
Yeah.
You just make sure you're happy every day?
Yep.
You happy right now?
Yes.
Me too. Me too. Now, you have a favorite?
Well, I like all my teachers because they're all kind, but if I had to pick one out, it'd have to be Miss Fisher because she always helps me with like my media, and she's good in technology, and she's just a really awesome teacher.
So they help, and they're also good at what they do. They know their material. That's some pretty good things about being a favorite teacher. Did
And
you
she's
want to?
really understanding.
And really understanding. Well, you all have described what a really good teacher is. Did you want to add something to that?
Sure. Also, Miss Pavona is always helping me. And I think she knows a lot about many stuff.
Well, let me ask you a question about her. So you're doing this 5th grade workbook in math. It's a 3rd grade class, so what does she do since you already know all that other stuff?
Already, right now, the K-prep's coming up soon. Well, we already know until fractions, addition fractions with like denominators. I know
This is in
multiplication and division fractions already.
Is that part of the 3rd grade curriculum?
I think, but
Is everybody in the class learning that in fractions?
yeah,
Yep.
mostly I guess.
So you already know that, so what is she doing to help you?
Well, since I know all this, nothing. Well, I know all this a lot.
On the math?
Yeah, math.
Okay.
Since big math is coming up on science.
Okay, you have to have the math for the science, for sure.
Yes, exactly.
One of the things that the Pritchett Committee does is we really encourage families to be involved in schools. Do you like it when your family comes to school? Jenna?
I love whenever my family comes to school.
Who comes?
My mom usually comes, and she helps with academic stuff with like, she helps with book fair.
Oh.
She helps, she's part of the PTA, and then my brothers and my sisters would come for fall festival, and they would work some of the games.
Are they older? They're older, and so you think it's important that parents get involved?
Yes, because they can help the kids have fun.
Yep.
And they can meet others.
Oh, good. Do you think it's important?
I do, and
Do you like it?
yes, I do. And my mom usually comes because she works here and she helps with a lot of the school, and she's a really big help. And then my sister and my dad sometimes comes to like have fun and
Okay.
just on nights, like after school, just to have fun and take a break.
Okay, and your mom work in the media center? And I know your mom, she's really nice, really nice. I can see why you would like her to come. Do you like it when your family comes to school?
Yeah, because like a few weeks ago, maybe about a month or two ago, there was this thing called Academic Challenge. It ended like a few weeks ago, around like 2 or 3 months ago. It ended. In that my mom was a volunteer, like she was the coach.
Oh, isn't that cool, huh? Yeah, you know, when the academic challenge started many years ago, there were only 40 or 50 students that participated, and now there are thousands
In the whole world?
in the whole school district.
Wow.
Yes, did you have fun?
Yes.
Good for you. And do you like it when your family comes to school?
Depends on who it is.
Okay, give me an example.
Well,
Give me one that you like.
my aunt is a really, really good person. She's a good example. She's fun. And so I like it when she comes to my school.
Okay, and then
Sees what I'm
when do
learning.
you not like it?
Well, sometimes my mom sometimes gets on my nerves if she comes sometimes.
Why is
Not
that?
all the times, but sometimes.
Why?
Well, she works in Frankfurt, and she's just sort of like, it's hard to explain, but she sort of keeps everything in check.
She
And-
wants to make sure that you're making good progress.
She keeps everything in check. She's fine, but she keeps everything in check.
You have to have somebody to keep it in check, don't you?
True.
True, that's exactly right. And did you want to add something, Wendy?
Swayze is also right. My sister sometimes is a little rude. So sometimes it's not, she likes, she's been sleeping in my room and getting into my stuff.
Is she
and
younger or older?
She's young. She's 5 years old.
Oh.
She just turned 5.
So you're the big sister.
Mhm.
Do you take good care of her?
Well, not all the time. Sometimes I do.
Okay, now here's a question about something you've learned this year, but what is, I guess, the wildest thing your teacher did to make sure you learned something? Jenna?
Sometimes my library teacher, to make sure that we can learn our steps in dance and the elements of dance, she'll dance with us.
Really?
For this year we're doing the 5th grade level play of The Wizard of Oz, and she's helping us with dancing.
All right.
And my homeroom teacher sometimes will dance.
What about
Just-
Miss Isaac? Does she dance with you?
Once she did the worm on Max to
She did.
because we did our K-Prep scores and we just blew it out of the water. So if we do good, then the teachers will just
Do the
give
worm.
us a surprise.
That was a surprise, wasn't it? So it was pretty wild. Yeah, well, I'll come back to you. You have your hand up.
So,
Something wild that your teacher did to make sure you learned something.
I just wanted to tell you one thing.
Okay.
A friend of mine, Gabe, in 3rd grade, he also knows the worm. He always does it like crazy. Sometimes he doesn't.
Well, what about your teacher? Something wild that your teacher did to make sure you learned something.
Really, Miss Fisher sometimes even dances with us.
She
Sometimes.
dances,
Sometimes.
so she was teaching you some math,
Dancing
fractions.
stuff.
She'll dance?
No, sometimes we're just dancing with her and then she starts dancing with us.
Okay, anything wild?
Well, every Wednesday we have something called Wellness Wednesday, and my math teacher, Miss Faulkner, we was learning about angles, and so what she had us do is like if she said right angle, we had to make like a right angle with our arms, and then
Fun.
she made us line up and they actual human angles, everyone had to make an actual angle with their bodies.
Does that help you remember what it is?
Yeah, it does.
Good, good. That's a pretty interesting thing. What do you think that Miss Isaac does all day long? Did I ask you that question yet? No? What do you think Miss Isaac does all day long?
She works.
Doing, I think I asked you all that question already.
so.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. Does she take a nap? Just a short little nap every once in a while after lunch?
No, but she needs one.
Yeah, I think I did ask you.
I think you combined it with the principal question.
Yeah, I did. It was at the end.
Principal
So,
for a day.
Let me, yes.
Answer the other question.
Yeah, did I not ask you that?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wild Way, one of their teachers is my academic team coach. Her name's Miss Watson and Miss Revo. And we went on, after we, the whole, semester and we finished, competitions, they took us on a Virginia trip. and we got to see like lots of places from a long time ago, and I learned a lot more about social studies
Field trip?
that way.
Okay, so that can be pretty wild if you go on a field trip and learn something. Do you want to be a teacher?
Thank you.
There's lots of things I want to be, but yeah, a teacher is on my list.
Teacher's on your list. I'm glad to hear that. What about you? Do you want to be a teacher?
Yeah, well, yeah. Teacher about science
You
teacher.
want to be a science teacher? You want to be a media specialist? You've already told me that. You want to be a teacher?
I would love to be a teacher because I would love to help the kids learn and to see like them smile, and if they be bad, I get to punish them and me not get punished.
Oh, so you'd have really strong discipline in your classroom, huh? You make sure everybody was learning at high levels. Is there anybody you want to, well, do you think teachers make enough money?
No, because if they work for us 300, like they work for us a whole lot, and I don't think they get paid enough.
What about you? Do you think they do?
I think they don't either because they do a lot more than they have to, and I think they deserve more.
Salary for teachers?
So I would say they could get more money so they can buy more stuff. They can upgrade the school and everything.
I think teachers deserve more money because they have to handle us, and kids are real wild in elementary.
But they get to eat in the cafeteria, don't they?
Yeah, but
That comes from down even a
they
bit.
need
But
more money.
Do you think so?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think so? Even if they eat in the cafeteria, they still need a higher salary?
I want to tell you something.
All right, go ahead, because we're going to close it out here in a minute.
So even after lunch, it is so crazy because in 3rd grade we have recess right after lunch.
That's good to kind of work that food off, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but they get real wild as well.
They do, to work the food off.
Yeah, and they are wild sometimes.
From a scientific perspective, wouldn't it be good to have exercise after you?
Yeah, it's always good as well. So,
But it's wild.
time.
I got you. Well, thank you all so much for letting me come to Dixie. Do you want to wave to everybody and say bye?
Bye.
Bye. Take care. Thank you all. And I think